welcome back to my channel. I do hope you're doing well. You're probably thinking, Shan, that is not your bedroom. No, my lovelies, this is not my bedroom. This is your little sneak peek to the log cabin. Just your only little sneak peek because can't be showing too much away now, can we? Guys, I love doing these videos. This is kind of like a little tradition, whether it be a log cabin, a broad holiday. I like to have a fun little video where we sit down and we go through all of our confessions, whether they be naughty, funny, or just something you want to get off your chest. That is what we do in this video, and safe to say there's been quite some interesting ones sent through, but I'm not on the old Vino because currently it's about 6 o'clock in the morning when I'm filming this. So I have had a little bit too much vino on this little log cabin break, as you will be seeing. So I've got a nice pint of water to start me for the day, trying to feel like detoxed and cleansed, because I think we're confessing, so we're getting out with the confessions and in with the goodness. So water, phone to hand that is flashing away. Let's see what we've been confessing, eh? Right, let's start with this one. So everything is anonymous, and if you're thinking how can I get involved in these videos, on my Instagram profiles, whether it be my lifestyle or my food, I will always do like a little story question box being like, guys, whether it be sit down with Shan, advice, mukbang, anything like that, I'll be like, right, it is confession time. And if, say for example, you've got something in that little silly box, doesn't let you type it all in, just put in there, DM me, and then I will have a look through my DMs, which quite a few of you sent DMs because they was quite long. So the first one that we will go on about, my lovely says, I keep dreaming about someone at my work. It is naughty dreams, but no harm as nothing happens. It's just a dream. I mean, we've all been there, haven't we? I think everyone has had a naughty dream about someone they work with. Whether it be someone in your department, some manager perhaps. I mean, I think it's safe to say we may all have had a little bit of fun in our dreams with some work colleagues, let's just say. And I mean, I'm quite guilty of that. I don't think there's been a workplace where I haven't had a little dream about someone, and then you see them the next day, or like when you start the new week and you're like, oh my God, play it cool, play it cool. And in your head the other night, you was doing all things good and bad, but in the real flesh, you're like, morning. There was a TikTok and it, oh, what was it? I get dirty thoughts about you. Oh no, there's oh, I can't say it because it's swear words. I can't say it, but it says sometimes I boop you in my head. It's like that. It's like, oh, good morning, how are you? I will apologise, my face has had a little bit of a flare up. Mother Nature is coming and she always targets this side of my body. I have a little rash here, I have a little rash on my knee, and my foot is incredibly swollen. I don't know why. I don't know why, but Mother Nature just likes to target my left hand side. So I do apologise, but I don't think there's any harm in it. I mean, your dreams are your dreams. Some people can't even dream. I think that's sad if you can't dream, because I'm like, oh my God. I love my dreams because you just literally escape and go off to another world. Some dreams are not nice. They're the ones we call nightmares. But the majority of them, they're good. And it sounds like you've had a few good dreams. So just keep it to yourself, darling. It's absolutely fine. I have been making a conscious effort while I've been away to try and have like a pint of water every morning. Trying. I mean, trying is an understatement. It is hard, guys. It is hard. Another one of my lovelies says, probably not the confession you're looking for, but since becoming a mum, I have like no social life, and I'm jealous of people who have free time to go for drinks or meals out, etc. It doesn't matter. We're all here to confess whatever is playing on our mind. And you know what? I don't have children, but I totally get that feeling. I get that feeling when, say, on a Saturday night, and I'm like, oh, could not think of anything worse than going out because you're just so tired from the week's work before. And then I'll go on my Instagram and I'll see people out and I'm like, I'm jealous of your life. Like, how have you got this energy after doing a week's work. Oh God, almost just spilt the water all on the bed. That would have been hilarious. I would have been like, Mayday! We would have had to move it to the spare room and gone on one of the little single beds. But yeah, I get that. It does not matter. I feel like in this day and age, it's always about, obviously it's showing your best life, but people don't show the downside. So they will show that glorious night out, but they sure as hell won't show you the hangover the next morning when they're curled up in bed and just like, oh, that's enough. Oh my goodness, my hair is really annoying me. Sorry guys. You know when you just catch a glimpse in the mirror and I'm like, oh God, look like a little poodle. I've actually straightened my hair. You might think, Shan, you look different. I straightened my hair last night for my meal and I'm like, I don't recognise myself with straight hair now. I don't actually recognise myself much with hair down, to be honest. If it's down, it's curly because Mama would have plaited it, or it's shoved up in a bun. To actually have it straightened, I'm like, okay, okay. But yeah, I get like that. And as I say, I don't have children. I look at people and I'm like, or like my friends that work from home, I'm like, oh my God, you don't know how lucky you have it. I would love to do my job from home. I would absolutely love it. But unfortunately, that's not an option. And I'm like, and like they'll be like, oh, I've got to go into the office today. I'm like, 1 day a week? Oh my goodness, what I would do to go into my office just 1 day a week. And you think all them like hours where like you have your lunch break, if you was at home, you could get so much done. Like I could film a video in my lunch break, but I can't. And if I did that, then I'd have a bit more free time over weekend, but I don't. So I get that, my lovely. There is nothing wrong with just having, well, what would you say it is? You say jealous. I don't think it is jealousy because it's not like a intent. It's not like nastyful. You just think like, oh, why not me? I totally get that. Totally get that, my lovelies. Right, now I need to find, because I did screenshot it all, but it's in amongst like photos of me at a farm. Yes, I went to a farm yesterday. Let's have a look. Oh, right, okay. Was once dancing in a club. Loads of guys cheering me on. Thought I was the bee's knees till my friend ran up and put my boobs back in my top. Mortified. You rock that. Absolutely rock that. I have never had that happen to me. Probably because I don't dance much, to be honest. I am not a dancer in the slightest. If I were to be in that position, it's like that fight or flight, ain't it? Would I be like, quickly cover up, run away and never go back to that place again? Or would I just be like, hey, go with it? I don't know. I don't know. I would be mortified though. I do get you there. I would be absolutely like, as if. Especially like, I'd be thinking, how long's it been at? And it's like the girls, I mean, my girls, they have a mind of their own sometimes. Sometimes they will just like to whoop, and I'm like, like no physical exercise here, please, no jumping up and down. Even just like sometimes, like if you're on a tube and it's a busy tube and like you're like crammed in like sardines in you, and you move and the girl's like, I'm like, no, stay. Or I try and like put my arm across my chest to like hold the thing, because I'm like, I can't be whacking anyone with my boob on the train, because that's not really the vibe that we're going for in life. Because I don't really think whacking someone with a boob, oh, would it be classed as an assault? Most people might like being smacked by a boob. But yeah, I like to, I keep mine. And that is one thing that I am particularly with swimwear. I always have to do the bands test, because I feel like if I was in, if I was in a bikini or a swimming costume, and you know, like sometimes you do like aqua aerobics, so it's a lot of like up, down, I would be so worried. I have had a few near misses. I have almost had nip slips, but I haven't had a full on. I love that. I would like to know how long you was dancing for. If you're watching this, my lovely, please let me know, or let me know like what the story was on the outcome after. Oh my God, I love this. I love this. Shannon. I went on a date with a lad once. I was 17 and I have a weak bladder. We went to the cinema and halfway through I was desperate for a wee-wee. I'd already been twice before. I told him I needed the loo again and apologised for having a weak bowel instead of bladder. Safe to say I never saw him again. Well, they're all like down there, innit? I mean, and they both start with B. So it could be very confusing. Oh my God. But I don't know about you guys, but like, oh, I can't remember last time I was on a date. But you would be a little bit, maybe needing a number 1 quite a bit if you was nervous, wouldn't you? So I would put that down to nerves, because it's just kind of like, oh, okay, we need to go. And and a big bow instead of like, oh my God. How did you escape from that? Did you just like get up and not come back? Did you message him to say that you wasn't coming back? Oh my God, I need to know the details of this. I think I'd be more mortified in that situation than my girls popping out. Because with my girls popping out, you could kind of like laugh it off in a way. But I would be there and I would be, you know, just like, please swallow me up. Please swallow me up the world. Oh, how was the date going beforehand? You never know, you might reconnect. Imagine that. What was your first date? Well, Mum told me she had a bit of a week that side, and it weren't. It was her front side. Oh God. Oh, I love that. I really feel, right guys, this is why I like to do these videos for when I'm away, because I feel like when we're away, we like to rejuvenate and cleanse, don't we? And just become a new little version of ourselves. So with this, we are confessing our sins, our confessions, and hopefully feeling a lot better after. And as I say, everything remains completely anonymous. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's have a look. This one made me howl. So my lovely sent it over on the story, but they'll do it so it's like they're like boom. So I get like the whole story in one thing. So this would be something that would so happen to me and Mama G. So one of my lovelies says, recently I bought a sex toy. The parcel arrives and Mum rips it open because she's compulsive. My mum's old fashioned. She asked me what it is, completely naive of what it might be. I luckily convinced my mum that it was a face toning massager. I nearly passed away when I took it upstairs. Oh my God, right. That is one thing I will say about Mama G. Unless I specifically ask her to open a parcel, she's actually quite good. She wouldn't do that. Knowing my life, the off chance that she would want to open a parcel would be the parcel that I wouldn't want her to open. I remember when like I have deliveries, say for example like Ann Summers or Love Honey and that, they're very discreet packaging, which is good. It's very good. But then once you're inside the packaging, it's all like the, I wouldn't say the nasties, but the good stuff, you know. And I remember once I unboxed a Ann Summers haul and I was getting bits and bobs out and Mum was like, my mum's old fashioned too. She's very open and she's fine with like walking in with me, and I'll be picking up bodysuits and like venturing into like maybe some little saucy sets or like nice new little underwear sets. She's all there for that. If I start to venture into the toys or like lubrications, she's like, she'll go like a schoolgirl. She'll just like, you know, you'll be like, Mum, she'll be like, yeah. She doesn't really like the whole sex toy vibe. So I'll be like, Mum, look at this. And she'll be like, yeah. And she'll just look around. She won't really make eye contact unless I specifically like, Mum. And then she'll be like, oh, put that down, will you? Put that down. She's a little bit old-fashioned and kind of prudish like that. But anyway, I was unboxing. I had some underwear and I had a new toy. And I was doing it. She was like, what's that? And I was like, what do you mean? She was like, what's that? I knew where she was going, but I was just trying to play it down. And I was like, oh, it's like a new bra and panties set. No, underneath it. So I was like, oh, it's just a friend. A friend? I was like, yeah. So she like looked at the box and was like, self-love? Didn't call them these in my day. And I was like, no, Mum, it's definitely not what you're thinking of, darling. And she looked at the picture and she was like, please tell me that don't. I was like, no. Well, how does it? I'm like, no. I'm like, Mum, if you would like to have this conversation, darling, let me put my stuff away. And I would, no. And then she turned the back over and there was like a diagram of how to use it. She was like, Shannon Lee, don't tell me you do that. I was like, Mum, this is for my eyes only, okay? Don't be worrying your little coinky-dink about it. And she's looking, she's like, well, why does that? I'm like, Mum. You could just see her mind, little clogs were like, duh. I was like, no. And then I remember, I think it was that night, we'll give it a go. You know, you charge it all up when you get your toys. Most of the toys come like with a bit of a charge, but I always like to charge it up. And like I was having a bit of a night to myself, and then it weren't loud, but you know, it's just like the slight humming noise. And she must have gone through to the kitchen to get like some bread or food, like her little late night snack. And then I just remember, like, I heard her walk past and I heard her stop, and I thought, crap, she's heard. And all of a sudden she just goes, bang, bang, bang on the door. Are you using your friend? I'm like, Mum, oh mate, mood killed. Go away. Go away. So I have to now wait till she goes out the house to try a little bit of experimentation with my friends, let's just say, because she'll be like, what is that noise? Shan? I'm like, Mum, it's all good. I would love to know what that. Do you think your mum will ever find out? Imagine if your mum come in, right, and saw it and was like, have you been doing it? Oh, I need to. I'd die. I would absolutely die. That's like, remember when I had that chin thing? I should actually really get the chin vibrating ball thing back out and do it. And I done it on Mum, and she's like, oh, lovely. I can imagine. I can imagine Kate one being like, oh, this feels lovely. I'd be like, Mum, no. Get that away from your face right now. She'd probably be like, can you buy me one? I'd be like, hell no, Mother, it ain't what you're thinking. But yeah, I'm also thinking for my sit down with Shan this month to maybe do like when we have our topics. I know we've done like love and relationship and sex. I feel like I might do, because it is self-love, maybe about self-love, toys, how to pleasure ourselves. So stay tuned on Instagram, because I will be leaving like the little question box open, and any tips, tricks, recommendations, stories, everything like that, we will go through for Sit Down with Shan. That will be coming end of the month as always. But yeah, I was thinking about that the other day, thinking, oh, we've done Let's Talk About Sex and Relationships. We haven't done anything about self-love, but not the type of self-love like a skincare routine, you know? Something a little bit more saucier, let me tell you that. And talking about that, another one of my lovelies says, I've been married nearly 28 years, so love spicing things up in the bedroom. It keeps them exciting. Yes, it does indeed. And I think that is a fundamental part of a relationship. Now, trust me when I say it is not the be all and end all of a relationship, okay? But I feel there needs to be that attraction. There needs to be that sauciness, that spiciness. And don't get me wrong, stuff like that can like fizzle or die down a little bit throughout relationships, but it's always about trying to just keep it ignited, whether it be, I don't know, cooking their favourite meal or going up to the things of getting a nice new little sexy lingerie set. Whatever your partner likes or whatever works for you in those situations, I do feel, and like 28 years, that is a long time. Hats off to you, my lovely. Hats off, because I couldn't. I got to 7 and 5 and that was it. Do I think I could ever keep anyone happy for 28 years? I mean, I could. I don't know if I would be. We'd have to see. I'm very much like, I would say I'm a giver. I would say I'm a giver in all aspects of life. I like to be very generous and I like to help people. And for 28 years, I mean, you must have a collage. Is it collage? Collation. You need to send me like tips and tricks how to keep the spice of life for 28 years because I'm like, wow, I need some tips. Clearly I need some tips, but yes, I love that. Spicy, sauciness, a little bit of flirting. I mean, what would you say is a fundamental part of a relationship? So as I say, for me, I think it has to be, you still have to have that like sexual attraction. I think you need to look at your partner and be like, you are with me. You're coming home with me and you're going to spend the night with me. Or is it maybe like just slight looks? Like they say, if you're like on a level with someone, you can look and that look will say 1,000 words. So you could look at someone and they'll know like, right. As Delboy says, get your bag, we're leaving. We are leaving. Come on, drink up, we're going. I think for me, there has to be that sexual chemistry. I think I'll touch more on this in the sit down with Shan, but I think we're going to speak about like sex drives as well, and also what people deem as normal, which I don't like the word because there should not be any normal thing for a drive. But I feel like there's a stigma attached if, say, people think you have a high sex drive, but it's definitely not. Everyone is each to their own, and whatever works for you and your partner or yourself is good. You just keep going doing what you're doing. But yeah, I feel like we need to touch upon that. I am going to sit down and, well, I'm already sitting down. I'm going to have a quick refreshment and then we can get back in with the last of the questions. I'm feeling so cleansed like a new woman. I'm just airing your confessions that you have very kindly sent in and we're becoming pure again, eh? I'm back. Right. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Confessions. These are my confessions. Oh, goodness gracious. Right. I really don't like a girl that was at my house with a friend and I can't admit we don't like each other as to not rock the boat. So instead, I spit in her benefit hula bronzer, sprayed old man's aftershave all over her heels and put air bubbles in her mascara by pumping the wand in and out of the tube continuously after she really annoyed me one day and left her stuff unattended. In my defence, she is such a cow though. Well, I mean, if you give it, you got to be able to take it, eh? You have got to be able to take it, my lovely, because people, I think, in this world, I don't want to be sounding like a negative Nelly, I just want to double check. I'm just making sure there's no last minute ones that have come through, my lovelies. In this world, I feel there are a lot of dishers. Let's say this. People like to dish it out. But if the tables were reversed, do I think that people would be able to take it back? No. And I feel that if you dish it, you have to be able to take it back. You have to be able to take it back and you have to be able to own it. You cannot dish out shizzle and not expect to take any back. And I do like the mascara thing because I have had that happen where not someone's done that to me, but like sometimes you do, and when you pop it out, it goes, you're like, great, absolutely great. Spitting on the hula bronzer, oh my god, I'd be like, girl, get yourself bronzed up today. You go look fire, okay? And all in that mind, you're thinking, do me dirty, girl. I will have the last laugh. That for me is, I like to have the last word in things, and I like to have the last laugh. Which I don't know if it's a Gemini trait, like it's the bad twin in me that's coming out and being like, no, you're not letting XYZ get that last word in or get the last laugh, get the last action. You will have the upper hand. And I don't know, I feel like, even with mum sometimes, like me and mum don't argue, as you know, but if we have a bit of a ding-dong, I will always have to have the last word. And I think she said it in one of the mukbang when it was like your worst habit. Mum's like, it's like my supersonic hearing, because I'll have that last word and then if she's walking out and she says something under her breath, I'm like, what was that? And I'll be ready to go again. And I'll be like, nah, no one is having the last word, which I think is quite a toxic trait. I'm not gonna lie. It's not good, is it? It is not good at all. But yeah, I feel like if you do me wrong, I'll always give benefit of the doubt. I'll be like, okay, first time, maybe not. Second, I'm like, no, I'm not having that. And third, I'm calling you out. And that will be when the earrings come off and Shaniqua comes out. And then when you get Shaniqua come out, the bad twin, it all goes south. It actually all goes south. And you're a bit like, oopsie. But yeah, I feel like once there are so many things that when people are pushed to their limits, you have no idea what someone is capable of. Like, I still find it fascinating that I think is it we only unlock not even 20% of our brain capacity? Can you imagine what we could do if we knew how to use our brain to full capacity? Oh God, oh, sorry guys. What do you think we could do? I think that would be fun. I think you could cause right mischief. But yeah, good on ya. As I say, practice what you preach. I like this one. One of my lovelies says, just before I broke up with my cheating ex, he shouldn't have been cheating, let me tell you that. When I was about 18, I put hair removal cream in his Brill cream. I feel like Brill cream is it like a hair gel? I feel like it's something I've heard of. I think it's a hair gel. I put bleach in his plants and water down the jack of his TV. Scratched all of his CDs and cut all of his clothes up. You know what? This is what I mean. If you cheat, you're gonna get found out. And you need to sow, or what's it? Reap what you sow, those repercussions. I think putting bleach in the plants, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Footloose upstairs, God knows what they're doing, but now they want to do works outside the property. And she's put these plants out, but the plants, her doorway, like because at the side we have a communal thing, and then halfway it like cuts off her bit to our bit with our shed. And on our side of the shed, she's put this big plant. And when I walked around and saw it, I was like, what's that doing here? Mum said, oh, just leave it, because it's like either side of her doorway and the sheds are like either side. And I'm like, nah. Mum's like, Shan, don't do anything to that plant. I'm like, and I'm not going to lie, I did think the same. I thought, I will kill that plant that is on my side, and then I will put it on her doorstep. Isn't it weird? Isn't it weird how certain things can trigger you? Like any other normal person, that probably would not bother. But I think with the situation we're in, I'm like, no, that is your half. This is my half. I don't want your epoxy plant on my half. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see if it's still there, because Mum thinks that they heard, because just as we come out of the shed, they was leaving the property. And the next day, apparently, it got moved, like, right to the corner of, like, her step, because the width that it was between, like, her step and our shed. It was, like, bang in the middle. So it was like if you walked round, you had things. But now Mum said it's, like, moved right in. Would I put bleach on a plant? Her plant, yes. Yes, I'd drown it, unfortunately. I love plants, but no. Or I would just probably move it to her side. And I'd be like, phew. And if that little sucker come back on my side, I'd be like, no. This is where the bad twin's coming out, because it's like, no. If I move it there, you know I've moved it there because it's annoying me. Please don't move it back. Please don't move it back. Scratching all your CDs. How annoying did that used to be when you had a CD and you'd get to like your favourite track and then it'd go like, and you look and there's a huge scratch on it. Huge scratch. I'd be devastated. I would actually be devastated if anything like that happened to my CDs or DVDs. I'm really old school, okay? I know you get everything online and all the box sets, but I love nothing better than a good old box set. Going into the back room, having a look through, picking one out, going and sitting down. The only thing that I do get annoyed with is my little combi player, my remote don't work. So if it like comes on the main screen and you have to press it to get to the play movie, if it's not already on it, then I'm screwed, because I can't do it. And cut up all his clothes. Amen. Cut his clothes up, my lovelies. Let's have a look. Oh my goodness, what is this? Oh, my phone is having a meltdown. No, can you just put me back on my Instagram? My phone's really like having a when I have to keep trying to change between my Instagrams account because it's not letting me. All things lifestyle. Thank you. Thank you. There we go. Right, let's have a look. Where are we? No, oh, now I need to. Guys, I'm just not prepared, am I? No, where are you? Oh no. You know when your phone just has like an absolute meltdown? Right, now I need to get onto my pictures. Right. There we are, there we are. Okay. So someone has sent me a link and they said, haven't got any confessions that are worth saying, but check out this feed. I think you'll like it. And oh my God, it's just, what has it done? Okay, I've got to download an app. Reddit. What is this? What have I been sent? Please tell me you've not sent me something that's going to take my details. Is it going to scam me? What has he put? I haven't got any confessions worth taking, but look at the link below. I'm sure these will give you a chuckle. And now I'm just downloading a Reddit app. So what that's doing, because I've got no idea what this is this just going to be when my phone crashes and I'm like, help, 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 help. But yeah, we'll see. Does anyone know what Reddit is? I mean, if you're watching this and you do know it, you're probably thinking, Shan, what are you doing? Or how do you not know what Reddit is? But no, I don't know what Reddit is. And the fact that I opened it and it just had naughty confessions and then it come up, this content is mature, please download the app. I'm like, oh my goodness, right. Open. Let's have a look. May not be suitable. Oh no. Right. Oh, do I have to? Okay. I'll just sign in with Google quickly. So you have to create an account. Okay. Please say this isn't a scam. Because I'm just like willy-nilly logging in here. Oh, does anyone get really annoyed? I know it's a safety thing, but when Google comes up and is like, is this you trying to sign in? Yes, it is me trying to sign in. Right. Your anonymous browsing. Now what you do is private, which means your activity won't affect your Reddit account. Oh my God, what am I doing? The Reddit community has marked this as not safe for work, which means it may contain content that's not suitable for everyone. To continue, confirm your age and update your settings. Oh my goodness, what have I got to do? Okay. Right, I've had to activate. Oh, guys, I'm really scared. Unblur pictures. Oh my God, what do you mean unblur pictures? What am I looking at? Oh my God, guys, what is this I'm looking at? Oh my. No, so they've sent me a link and it's just dirty confession and it says you can join it. 254,000 members. No. Oh my God. Stayed the night with a F buddy. Sucked his dad off the next morning. Oh no! Oh no. Seduced by my friend. Oh, teacher paid to smell my dirty thong and for me to sit on his face. That's not normal. You need to report that. That's No, you get in trouble for that. A confession. Love reading degrading texts from guys. Why would you like that? When you say degrading, like horrible or like the nasties? Guys, what is this? I've never been on Reddit, but I feel like this could be a whole new series. No. Guys, there's literally... Oh my God, that's why it said to blur pictures. This is taking a turn, ain't it? Right, we're just going to thing up that. I got absolutely railed in front of a very exposed window in my dorm. I sat on my boyfriend's face while thinking about my ex. No, that is your red flag to get out of that relationship. That is your red flag. There are days when I miss my obsessed stalker. Why do you not love me anymore? Now, I'm not going to lie, right? You know, like, the show, I've still not seen it, but I'm going to think I'll start when I get home. You. Now, everyone's like, oh my God, like, I'd love for him to be stalking me. What do you act like? That would freak me out. That would freak me out. Having someone, like, know what you're doing and check what... No, that wouldn't. Oh my God. I got drunk with my friend and I showed him nudes of my wife and then let him boop in my bum. Oh, I like this one. Risky sex is the best sex. It is indeed. What would you say, right? This is turning a whole different thing. This is going to be on the Sit Down with Shan. But what would you say is the best type of way to get down to it? Is it like the soft and sensual? Is it the rough? Is it the risky? The ones where you're just like, the moment takes you and you're somewhere and you're like, we need to find a place because stuff needs to happen. Oh my God, guys. I cannot believe what I am looking at. Is Reddit like a confession site? Can someone please tell me? Because this is new to me and I feel now I'm just going to be sitting, binging Reddit, trying to find loads of different, like, it looks like panels, like groups. Is it just groups? If anyone knows Reddit, please let me know down below or send me an email with what I'm supposed to be doing on this, because that was an eye-opener, let me just say. But guys, I don't want to ribbit rabbit and take up any more of your day. Thank you so much to everyone that sent a confession in. And as I say, always stay tuned on the Instagrams because I'll be popping up on the stories, letting you know topics for Sit Down with Shan. If we're having a mukbang, oh my God, we could have the mukbang this month. So the mukbangs with Mama G, literally, you can send anything in, stuff you want to know about us, whatever. Maybe we could do it like a bit of a saucier edition, because the thought of Mum having to answer some of these questions, oh my God, that just makes me so happy. That would give me hysterical belly laughing, let me tell you that. So yeah, make sure you stay tuned on the Instagram accounts, and as I say, whether it be lifestyle or food, whichever one takes your fancy, or if you like both, a little follow wouldn't go amiss. Thank you. But yes, guys, if you did enjoy the video, you know what to do. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe down below. Leave me a comment. What would you like to confess, or do you have any confessions? If you think they're a little bit too saucy, you can always email me. These will be regular for whenever I go away, whether that be to a hotel, a log cabin, abroad. Anytime I'm away, I like to do a little confessions video. But yeah, I'm not going to rabbit on. And I hope you enjoy your evening. This is, as I say, just a little sneak peek of what is to come in the log cabin video. And I think the cabin vlog, maybe in the next week or so, because there is a lot of footage. A lot of footage. But yeah, take care, stay safe as always, and I will see you Saturday. Yeah, I'll see you Saturday for a haul. I don't know what haul yet though, because there's been quite a few while I've been up here. Oopsie. Bye guys.